Hey guys, new trailer just dropped for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I want to go over the video, do like a little analyze video, and I guess a little bit of a react video as well. Let's see how this goes.
Sephiroth.
That guy got sliced. Oh my god, that's epic as fuck.
It was Sephiroth.
It can't be. He wants to finish what he started and rule over the planet.
Okay.
Coming?
Way ahead of ya. We have to help them.
Oh shit, I'm getting chills,
Let's get to
bro.
work. You are truly a model soldier. Tifa! We can handle this. I will reclaim our
Hell
world.
no. Okay. That was badass, yo. That was damn, I'm getting chills. I got chills. You can barely see him, but yeah, my hair is like standing up. That's crazy. That was such a good video. Holy shit. Yeah, wow. The performance from Cody, phenomenal. I mean, everyone, right? But like, obviously it stands out in this one because that scream that he does of Tifa, he has like that voice crack. It just definitely sounds like he put a lot into it. So I kind of want to go and look at the video, take it slow, you know, little by little, and just kind of look at the scenes that they put, and see if we can find anything through that. So we'll just start it over. Man, he is so scary looking. Like, he looks just plain evil, but he looks so good. Like, look at him. He's just like, yeah, I just burned your whole fucking village. Yeah, that was me. I did it. What? And what?
Sephiroth.
Oh. So the sheriff. It looks like the sheriff isn't going to make it. And I'm guessing this is the sheriff since he has a badge here. But you can see he kind of like, he realizes, oh shit, like this dude is just murdering everyone in my town. But he's kind of like, he takes a step back like, oh shit, this guy's coming towards me now. He takes that step back. And then Sephiroth slices him. But you don't get to see it, you just hear it.
What happened?
So this scene right here, this does not look like the tornadoes that we saw in the in remake. Right at the end of remake, there was we go through the singularity and then the tornadoes start happening. They're like purple tornadoes, and I mean they look like they can do some damage, right? They could probably pick up some cars or whatever and throw some shit around, maybe some debris, but not at the level of this. So whatever this is, this looks like either a way bigger tornado, so like the tornadoes at the end of the original game, or if you remember, like in at the end of remake when Sephiroth is like showing you a bunch of stuff, and you see all the tornadoes in Midgar, like the red flaming tornadoes, just tearing up the city. This kind of gives me that vibe, but to me, I almost get the sense that this is when Sephiroth is throwing the buildings at like the group at Cloud and stuff, in remake, and he's just like chucking them at him and he's like slicing them and stuff like that. That's the vibe I get from this scene. So I'm wondering, because I thought in the singularity, you know, kind of time kind of just like stops, right? Time isn't like a thing there. So I didn't think it affected the Midgar, you know, or the Midgars in other timelines or in other worlds. So I'm a little confused as to why they're seeing all this destruction in you know, in real time, when I don't think that was supposed to happen, unless they're just dramatizing the tornado, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of, or it's something so fucked up that they're actually seeing all these things happening. But this doesn't seem like this happened in our world. I'm gonna call it worlds because that's what Sephiroth refers them to, reuniting the reunion of the merging of worlds or something like that is what he says. So I'm just gonna call them worlds. I don't think this is in our world because when we come out of the singularity, Midgar is like untouched, right? There's no fires, there's no smoke, nothing. It looks like it's just like normal Midgar we just left. But in Zack's world, it feels like, you know, there's definitely something that went down. Like shit went down. There's debris everywhere. There's fires. You know, the party, or you know, the other party members. So Tifa, Red, Aerith, Barrett. They're all knocked out, or maybe even dead. And I think that's probably this world, especially because if you notice too, it says SN Net News and then News Today. That is the same news channel at the start of that one trailer where they speak about like sectors 0, 1, and 2, that there was a tornado that went through those sectors. So I'm going to assume that that's the same timeline, because in the original, so like not the original, the remake, sorry, it is not News Today. I think it's like Midgar Today or something like that. So it's different. And I think that's not an accident. I think that's purposely done to kind of show that there's two different, like there's two timelines or two worlds, right? They're different. They're not the same. So I think this is Zack's world.
What happened to this?
And if you notice here too, we see that white feather again. So at the bottom right, you'll see the little white feather kind of flow across the screen, right there. And it's always this, just a random white feather that keeps flying by in these scenes. It happens in the first trailer. It falls from the sky, right? So it's like falling from the sky, and then it happens in this shot again. You'll see like the feather kind of goes across Zack here, and then in this one, you see it kind of flow from the bottom right across the screen. So I kind of wonder why they keep adding that white feather. It could be a reference to Angeal, I guess. And then Tifa, he asks, what happened here, right? So Zack asks that question. I don't think, and I've been seeing people talk about this. They're like, oh, it's Zack talking to Tifa because it's his scene and then Tifa's scene. But I don't think so. I think he's asking that probably to, because obviously we see that scene with him talking to Biggs and also Elmira. So he's either probably asking Biggs like, hey, what happened? Why is everything like on fire? What happened, you know, to this Sector 7 or whatnot? Or he's even asking Elmira like, what's going on? So that's what I'm leaning towards. I think he's talking to either Biggs or Elmira. He could technically be talking, that could be Zack talking to Tifa in the Nibelheim incident, but I don't think we're actually gonna get to that part in Rebirth, so it doesn't really make sense that would be the scene that they recorded. But yeah.
Into this place.
It was Sephiroth.
Then she says it was Sephiroth, but she says that in the inn of Calm, right? This is obviously in the Calm inn. You can see, you know, kind of like the little inn background and stuff. And this is almost a similar shot to the last trailer where they're sitting in Calm and she kind of looks at Cloud and says, you know, what has Sephiroth been doing for the past 5 years? Why is he coming back now? And I think this is the same setting, so I'm pretty certain that this is her saying that in the when Cloud is telling the Calm of the Nibelheim flashback.
Sephiroth.
It can't be.
That right there also caught my eye. And this is Barrett saying it can't be. Now, it could be a couple things. So my first thought was maybe he's seeing Jesse, right? He sees Jesse being like performing, but it's not actually Jesse. It's the VR Jesse. And he's kind of like in shock. He's like, what the? Because he probably doesn't know that it's a VR. He just sees Jesse and it looks real to him. So he's probably like, no way, this can't be Jessie. Like, I thought she died in that rubble. Like, what's going on? Another thing is it could be them in that boat, like the cruise ship. And this is when Genova pops up, maybe. But I don't see like a purple smoke or purple reflection off his glasses. And you can see a little bit of a reflection here on his glasses. There is a light source. So you can see like very, 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 very small little like white orbs almost. Like almost like a live stream. It almost looks like, yeah, like a live stream, like, you know, like when the live stream comes out of the pipe when Aerith is praying and it's kind of like leaking like Mako or whatever. Maybe that's this is like very similar to that in my opinion. But I mean, it could just be lighting effects. Who knows at this point? Trying to look at that through a reflection is kind of crazy. But yeah.
He wants to finish what he started.
And then here you see Roche very, very fast. I missed it the first time I seen this. I was like, wait, is that Roche? Like, what the? Because I noticed a bike. It was just like a small red little thing right here. And I remember that was I'm pretty sure that was the same color he had in Remake. So, yeah.
And rule over the planet.
This right here. So I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this scene right here. And they're saying that this is, and just in case you don't want to get spoiled, you can go ahead and skip forward. But what they're saying is this is the scene where Sephiroth is about to impale a certain someone. But at first I thought it was. I was like, I mean, there's whispers flying in the back. There's, you know, like he's thrusting his sword back, like he's pulling it back, like he's gonna, you know, he's getting ready to strike and he's gonna like thrust it forward. But then I realized when I look at the other scene, the lighting is completely different. This in this scene, it's very has like a very green like hue to it. It's very green, right? But in the other scene with Aerith, it's more blue, right? And the light source is obviously coming from the top, and it's more blue. So I don't think it's the same scene. But who knows, right? It could just be a lighting thing to kind of throw you off, to make you think it's not the same scene. But I mean, it very well could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's a different scene, maybe more of like a Gungaga scene. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's the same scene as everyone thinks it is with Aerith. But yeah, I mean, perfectly done. That blade just curves so much, kind of crazy. But you can definitely see that he pulls it back and he's ready to strike when the camera zooms in at you. So, very well done.
You coming?
Way ahead of ya! We have to help them.
I just realized I don't think I've been watching this in the enhanced bitrate.
Let's get to work.
Wow. I'm assuming this is one of his new abilities. And he kind of uses it, which is awesome, by the way. So he uses... Wow, that's a really good shot, too. That is kind of scary. Holy shit. He uses it to jump over the fire. I don't know if he actually dodges the damage, but it looks like he uses it and then the fire goes underneath him. Kind of almost looks like it goes through him, but yeah. That's pretty badass if you can do that. If you're able to use abilities to dodge mechanics, top tier gameplay for sure.
You are truly a model soldier.
And there you can see whispers, and this is obviously in the blown up reactor, which I'm assuming is Gungaga. But there's whispers here. Cloud is like slicing and dicing these soldiers. There's whispers flying around, which means that if they are if Sephiroth is controlling them, then that should mean that he is going to show up in this scene then, or he's around, right? Trying to fuck with things. Which makes sense for the later scenes as well. And that scene right there, that's the scene that has everyone like rioting on the internet, basically on Twitter. The shippers are losing their minds. They can't, they can't fathom that Cloud is screaming out Tifa's name, because he actually cares for her childhood friend. This performance from Cody is amazing, absolutely amazing. I love how much they capture Cloud's like facial expression. This is a scream of, hey, I just lost someone that I really cared about. He's thinking the worst. It almost looks like he falls to his knees, but I don't think he does. He's kind of just like bending his knees and he's kind of arching back, like, what happened? Like, I just lost Tifa. Like, is she dead? And he's screaming her name. He has his hands in a fist. He doesn't even have his sword in his hand. It doesn't look like he must like have dropped it because he's so in shock. He's like going through he's having all these emotions run through his body, and just a beautiful scene. You can see the pain in his eye. You can hear the pain in Cody's voice, Cloud's voice, when he screams Tifa's name, because obviously he thinks she's gone. He thinks something really bad happened to her. He probably thinks that she's dead. But yeah, amazing performance here by Cody, and the directors to capture that. Wow, crazy! That scene gave me goosebumps straight up. Excuse me. Tifa right here, she's just falling back, and it looks like she's falling into what, not the live stream directly, but I guess like a pool of Mako, like a water with like Mako and stuff. So she's probably falling in there, due to who knows what. Maybe Sephiroth intervenes or something, and she gets knocked in there somehow. The Shinra troops shoot, and she loses her balance and falls in. Who knows at this point? But she obviously is falling down. Cloud is very upset about this because she falls in the live stream. He thinks she's a goner. And then this thing emerges. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this too. And from the previous trailer, it's, Red is telling you that there's like weapons, right? That the world kind of releases to defend itself when it thinks it's in danger. And my first thought was, okay, yeah, this is a weapon, right? Maybe like a minor weapon, because they don't really appear this early into the game in the original. But my thought was, okay, maybe it's like a small weapon. Well, maybe they're like second line of defense, because the first line of defense were the Whispers, but those got destroyed. So maybe the planet's like, oh shit, let's send in the next wave, which is the smaller weapons, which would be this, and then finally we mess so many things up. Sephiroth is fucking with the planet, and that's when it releases the last line of defense, which is the giga big weapons that we see in the OG that we go ahead and fight. But this one, my first thought was, okay, yeah, Red is talking about weapons. This thing kind of floats in the background with Tifa in like what seems like she's floating in the air. And then some people were saying that this could be a reference, or not a reference, but this could be the what is it called? The Sephiroth Reborn is what it was, the Japanese translation, because it looks very similar to this. It has that like materia or globe looking thing inside of its chest. It has like these kind of big old like whale arms on the sides with the fin on the bottom. So that's what they were saying. Maybe it's just like a Genova, infused failed experiment or something of some sort. But yeah, who knows at this point? It could be a weapon. It could be just like a Genova thing that kind of morphed inside of the Mako pool. But yeah, there's Yuffie right here. You can see a little bit of Kate Sith. Go too forward. Yeah, so you could just see the top of his head with his little crown. And then Yuffie here. Not exactly sure if she's like holding on to something or if she's riding something. But yeah.
We can handle this. I will reclaim our world.
This scene was so cool. Okay, I really like that part. The attention to detail that they have was amazing. I'll get to that in just a second though. So yeah, this is obviously Sephiroth in front of Genova in the Nibelheim reactor, and he's about to like pretty much rip that thing apart and pull Genova's head. This is Cloud, and I'm assuming this is at the on the cruise ship when you're about to fight Genova, when Sephiroth transforms into Genova. His eyes, love the detail here. Very big pupils, right? Very big, and then they get dilated. Like his eyes like fixate on something. You know, like when cats are like about to hunt, his eyes do the same thing, and I love that. I love that we're able to see that level of detail. It's amazing. Right here, boom. Then it goes to Sephiroth, and what looks to be my initial thought was Edge of Creation, and I was like, wait a minute. Well, we've been there before, right? We've been in the Edge of Creation, but there was no like space debris in the back like this. And also, he didn't have his black wing. I'll turn off my camera here for a second. On the lower left of the screen, so his right shoulder, you can see that he has a wing here. And he didn't have that black wing in the remake when he takes you to the Edge of Creation. So is this you going, is this us going back there in Rebirth at a different point? Or is this just like him taking a different person? Some people are saying maybe he's taking Zack up there. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, they are out in space, as you can see, like the stars and stuff, and they're obviously on that rock, and there's space debris. But yeah, we don't know what this could be. Obviously, the Edge of Creation is more than likely the reason here, but maybe at a later point. That scream from Cody, man. He does. I can't believe this is his second game that he's ever done a voiceover for. Unbelievable performance from him.
Our world.
Amazing. I cannot wait for this game, guys. I cannot wait till we all get to play this on February 29th. I know that there's going to be a demo that's going to be coming out probably in February. Hopefully, we're hoping that it comes out at the end of January on Final Fantasy VII Day in Japan. And then there's obviously the there's going to be what is it, the Advent Children trailer, or not trailer, sorry, the Advent Children movie that is being released in Japan and in the United States. I think they said that there's going to be special footage at the beginning before the movie plays. Could it be a new trailer? Who knows, right? That's what I was guessing. It was going to be a new trailer, but since they released this, hopefully it's not the same thing. But Japan gets it, I believe, this week or this weekend. So we could potentially start seeing that circulate around after this weekend, or maybe they release it on YouTube, on the social media, so everyone else can see it. But I'm excited for that. So either Friday or Saturday, or maybe even Thursday, I'm not sure the dates, we might get a video. Something that I wanted to show everyone here is something that I really liked, that the people that made this video, I love the music and the scene, how the scenes change with the music. So like you'll see here, dum dum dum. Oh, beautiful. Dum, dum.
What happened to this place?
It was
It adds so much like dramatization or whatever the term is.
You coming?
I love it.
Way ahead of ya.
It's like those drums, right?
Have to help them.
Let's get to work.
Truly a model soldier.
Tifa!
We can
Amazing.
handle this. I will reclaim our world.
Alright guys, so this wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my first video I've made for Final Fantasy content. This is something that I do want to do and keep doing in the future, for the future titles, future trailer releases and stuff like that. This is a passion of mine. Final Fantasy VII specifically is very important to me. It helped me through very dark times. It helped me meet my best friend that I have today because of this game, through these characters. So this is just something that I want to be able to do, have fun with it. So please let me know in the comments below what you like, what you didn't like, and yeah, until next time, peace.